I think you guys should actually go if you really wanted to buy a guitar at some point in your life. I think you should really go check out and buy yourself a guitar. A good guitar costs anywhere between 8,000 to 10,000 rupees. And when I bought the guitar, I was not serious at all. But then it was because of a friend that I actually became a bit serious about playing the guitar per se. Now, I'm going to tell you three ways by which you're going to play your first song, even if you don't know music at all. And believe me, I didn't know music at all. Also, when I played any of these instruments, I just started. And hey, guys, nice to see you here. So, okay, so let's get started with how do you actually go to a store, pick up a guitar, and begin to play. When you go to a guitar store, you're going to see a lot of guitars over there. You need to go for a one that looks like mine. It's an acoustic guitar, okay? And how do you know what's an acoustic and what's a classic guitar? Is because it has this bend over here. You see this? It has this kind of a bend over here. It's got a thick bass. This is an acoustic guitar. You walk into a store and find yourself a guitar which looks like this. Okay. Most of the guitars you go and you find usually have a scratch card. Okay. So that's a really good sign. Take a one which has a scratch card because you don't want to scratch the top of the guitar. So when you keep your guitar over here, make sure this particular curved part fits your thigh because that's why it's there. Okay. Confidently take your thumb and your index finger together. Okay. Keep it like this and strum down in the circular patch on all the strings, not too much of pressure, lightly. Make sure to touch everything and you get a sound like this. Get a sound like that. So to sum it up in short, walk into a store, find a guitar that looks like this, group your thumb and your index finger together, and you get a sound like that. So when you're selecting a guitar, just hear the sound. Do you like it? Is it the kind of sound that you really want to be producing? Is it mellow? Is it nice? Is it nice and warm? I selected my guitar. I was no expert, but I selected a guitar just because obviously it looked good. And the second thing is, it kind of also sounded good. I didn't know what to play. I didn't know anything, just like you. But the thing is, I'll tell you, the beginning of this lockdown, I took the guitar seriously. And in 2 months, I was able to play really, really good stuff. And I'm telling you, and whatever you see on this channel is a result of that. So I'm telling you, if you really want to buy a guitar and you're willing to put 15 minutes of your time every day towards playing something, anything on the guitar, trust me, you're going to get good at it. And I'm a living example of that. So that's about how you select a guitar. Now, how do you play your first song? There are things called chords. You guys would have heard of it. When you type how to play a guitar on Google, you'll come across many people say how to play a first chord, how to play a second chord, how do you play a song with two chords. Chords are nothing but basically a set of notes strummed together. So instead of playing one string, that's not a chord. You play a group of strings, either you hold it together, okay, and you play a group of strings downwards. It's a chord. And this is the famous C major chord that many people should actually have in mind. So how do you first start by playing your chords? Don't worry, it's not a science. There are things on the internet called chord diagrams that you can go and research. But I will ask you to first try to master one song. And the song I'm going to recommend for today is Leaving on a Jet Plane. You might not have heard the song before, but for those of you who know Take Me Home Country Roads by John Denver, YouTube this song out. It's called Leaving on a Jet Plane. It's a simple song, a simple strumming pattern, three chords, G major, C major, and D major, right? And these three chords are the fundamentals of any particular piece that you play. I mean, like any piece that you're going to play from now on, these chords are going to help you play other related chords. And once again, since someone is also asking in the comments, a chord is nothing but a bunch of strings played together, a bunch of notes played together also. So basically, even if you play something with two strings, three strings, and anything about that, instead of playing one note, it's called a chord. And there are many chords in music, and all these chords help us to basically form the rhythm and the way the melody flows through a particular piece. So leaving on a jet plane, I'm going to send you that link on the chat. And for those of you who are watching this after a live stream, I'm going to be linking it in the description. Here's a link to the chords for this particular song. And to know what the chords are, you basically have to type C major chord diagram on Google and you'll see where to place your fingers. Now, more importantly, some facts about the guitar. This is called a fretboard, and each of the segments you see over here are called frets. You need to hold these frets, and when you're playing anything, hold these frets right to the end of the bar. You see the bar over here? Your finger needs to come right to the end, not in the middle, right to the end. And that's how it kind of doesn't have the buzzing sound. That's when you don't get a chord which sounds like which is it's a little bit of buzz. You go all the way down to the end and you play a nice clean sounding chord. The next important thing you should remember is you need to curl your fingers. It shouldn't be flat. It shouldn't be flat. You shouldn't be trying to, I mean, you obviously will struggle to put your fingertips. It's going to hurt a lot. You're going to get lines like me on your fingers. They're going to be called calluses and they're going to be really painful for the first and second week. But you should put your fingertips right down. Have a look at this. The fingertips are right down on the fretboard. It hurts, but believe me, put your fingertips right down, push it to the end of the metal bar on the fret and play. So Google these chords, G major, C major, and D major, and make sure you hear a nice, clean sounding chord. But most importantly, if you want to make sound on the guitar, you take your thumb and your index finger and strum down. And before I complete this video, I want to tell you two things which people usually have a question about, which I had questions about. The first thing is, should you buy a plectrum? They will usually give this with your guitar. This is a plectrum, it's called a pick for short. Okay. And what kind of pick should I buy? I'm finding it difficult to play. A lot of people say that you need to buy a plectrum that's really, really thin. There are different sizes and different thickness of plectrum. This particular plectrum is more thicker than this, and this is about 1.04 millimeters thick. This I think is around 0.5 millimeters thick. It's a really, really thin. Okay, it's very, very thin, but it's very thick. The thing is, the thicker your strings are on any instrument, the thicker your pick should be. The thinner your strings are, the thinner your pick should be. So when you're buying a pick, because picks can be expensive, when you're buying a pick or a plectrum, make sure you're going for something between 0.4 to 0.5 millimeters. Okay. And picks, I mean, a set of 3 picks would cost you somewhere about 120 to 180. Those were those days when I used to buy. I have a stock always at home. But good quality picks can cost you around 200 rupees for a set of 3. Usually get them in the form of a set. So make sure that you're buying. So for example, if you look at this particular instrument over here, the mandolin, it has really thick strings. So I use this thick pick for the mandolin and I use a thin for the guitar. But then there are also this, you don't really need a plectrum or a pick to play the guitar. You can play it with your fingers also. You can choose. And I always say it's best to take both a pick and finger. You should be able to play the same thing by using a pick. Okay? And you should also be able to play with your fingers. The feel is very different. When you hold a pick and play, and when you hold your fingers and play, the sound produced is very different. I personally feel the sound is richer when you use your fingers, even if you're playing open string, right? So basically, when you don't play anything, it's called open string. Okay, and that's probably going to be the first sound you're going to be producing on the guitar. So here are a couple of things that really helped me get started on my journey of learning how to play the guitar. I've been playing the guitar for actually about 4 months. That's it. And in 4 months, I've seen myself improve so much that I can actually play different tracks and even try to compose. And I'm pretty sure that you guys can do it as well because it's really, really fun. The last investment I'll ask you to make after buying a guitar and buying a pick is to buy something called a capo. It's spelled Capo. It's a capo. Okay. What you should do with a capo is, you see this part? This part should go like this. Okay, on your guitar at the end of a fret. What this does is it changes the scale that you're playing. So let's say you're playing a song. If you put this particular capo, it changes the scale. It makes the song rise higher in layman's terms. It basically changes your scale by a half step. Why I suggest you to buy this is because you will be able to play your favorite songs in the key you like. When you search for a particular song, let's say if you search for Dilbar Dilbar on the guitar, right, chords, it'll tell you to play the capo on the second fret or on the fifth fret. And based on that, the composer would have put some chords. I really feel that you guys should buy a capo because it, for me at least, it opened up the guitar, different sounds. I'll show you what I mean. See this, okay, hear this. The same thing I'm going to play, but I'm going to put the capo on the second fret. Hear it now. Sounds different, right? I'm pushing it higher. See that? It's different. But the chords I'm playing are the same. The same G major, C major, and D major chords, which I told you for that song. I'm playing the same bunch of chords, but the sounds are so different. So the capo exposes you to different sounds, which you never would have probably heard on your guitar by just simply playing. So I'm telling you, invest in a capo because ultimately, at the end of the day, we want to play the songs we love. We want to play it in the key that we know, the way we know. And playing the guitar and playing music or learning music is only to have fun and to play something that we resonate to. So I really feel that you guys should actually go and confidently buy a guitar because the kind of videos that I'm going to be releasing on this channel, the live streams and everything of sorts, are going to be helping you to learn not just the guitar, but make you explore all the other instruments that I have with me as well. Also, someone has asked about a guitar bag. Now, the guitar bag is something that usually comes with your guitar. I mean, if you go to a good place, you get a good deal, it gives you a good bag. Make sure you find a bag with some padding. Okay, inside it should be soft. Inside it shouldn't be like just the normal like plasticky Velcro feel because it shouldn't scratch the top of your guitar. Even though your top does have a good lamination, make sure that you have a very nice, neat, and soft padding. If you look at my violin case, you can kind of draw it over here. So this is basically the edge of the violin case. It's filled with velvet, right? So basically, you need to have soft padding for the strings, for the top to not be scratched. Yeah, so make sure you get a good guitar cover as well, something which is a good quality one. Otherwise, you can always just take it and always buy a better guitar cover online. Most importantly, make sure that you have fun while playing and do DM me your doubts. If you have some doubts on playing certain chords, you have a guitar at home, you want to play certain chords, you want to know how to play those particular songs. I can also help you in doing that. I can make a video, you can give me some suggestions, and I'll be happy to release a video. Someone has also asked, what and how often should you change your guitar strings? Now, the thing is that you can afford to go without changing your guitar strings for at least a year, okay? Unless and until you see your strings starting to rust. Now, mine have just started rusting a little bit, so I'll have to change them. Make sure that you keep changing. If you're using your guitar regularly, keep changing your strings every once a year. That should be more than enough, and it shouldn't be that expensive as well. Now, coming to more important things, make sure that you tune your guitar because the next live that I'm going to be showing, I'm going to show you how to tune your guitar by ear. Okay, but you can always download an app called Fender. It's going to tell you how to tune your guitar, which also brings it to the most important thing. You need to know what the strings are named. The strings are named E, A, D, G, B, and E. Okay, and your guitar app, you can download the Fender app on the App Store or iOS. It's going to help you tune all your strings automatically well. But on the next YouTube live, I'm going to show you how to tune it by ear because that is something a musician should develop, and almost all musicians are honing and crafting that skill. I hope you guys had fun. Do DM me if you have any doubts, but always remember, if you wanted to play a guitar, I really think you should go and buy yourself and invest in that, because this is a hobby that's going to like see you through and give you like the space that you need to develop and feel proud of yourself to have achieved something that you truly love and enjoy. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit that bell icon so that every time I release a new video of either me playing music that you love or videos that help you play music that you and everybody will also start to love playing. Catch you guys soon. Good night.